You're going to make a simple version of a very early video game called Pong. To start with, we need the graphics, the pictures that are going to go into the game. So the game is going to be made in a piece of software called Game Maker. But Game Maker itself, it does have some graphic stuff in it, but it's really not great for drawing pictures in. They normally expect you to draw the picture somewhere else. And you're going to do it simply in PowerPoint. So to start off with, I'm going to change the layout to a nice blank screen, and then I'm going to draw a range of objects. The first three are quite easy and quite straightforward. I need blocks to make things up from. Blocks are used a lot in building video games, so any sort of three-dimensional structure is built out of blocks, and even two-dimensional ones are built out of simple blocks. So I'm going to start just by quite simply going on to Insert and Shapes. I'm going to draw a simple little square. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly a square. Now, I want to have this to be the wall at the side of my game. So this is the first block I'm going to need. And I want the colour to be something easy. I'm going to pick on a nice yellow. So I've got a nice yellow block. I now need two more blocks, and they're going to make the goals. So these are going to form the walls at the side, and the other two blocks are going to form the goals. So I need to pick now which two colours I want my two different teams to be. So I want my two teams to be simply red and blue, and you want to pick two different colours. It doesn't matter if it's purple and orange or green and turquoise, providing they are different. You can't have two shades of the same colour. They've got to be two completely different colours. So I'm going to have a block. And again, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly square. I'm going to make that a slightly darker blue. So Format, Shape, click on the colour, and I'm going to make that a nice dark blue. And I need another block. And that I'm going to have red. So right mouse click on that and Format, Shape. And I'm going to make that a nice red. I say, notice I'm not overly worried about them being exactly the right shape at the moment, because I'm going to change them in the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, run around the screen a bit. Now, the next thing I need is I need a ball. So I'm going to go for a nice circle shape. So I'm going to find myself a nice circle there, draw myself a nice ball, and again I can click on Format, Shape. And I can click, well, I can have maybe a gradient fill on the ball and make it look a little bit nicer. And I'm going to pick on a nice set of nice bright colours like those. Okay, so there's my ball. So that's another shape I've got. And now I want two bats. Now the bats are going to be the same colour as the two goal blocks. So this is going to be the ones for the wall, and these are going to be the two goals. So it's up to you what shape you make. You can go for something really easy and make one bat on that side, just a nice long rectangle. It's going to end up being a long thin rectangle anyway, no matter what shape you make it from. And I would right mouse click on that and format the shape and change that into the same dark blue I had a second ago. I think they're the same. I can, if I want to make my shapes a little bit more interesting, so I am going to make a combination of shapes by putting that shape into there, and then I'm going to add two more shapes. So I'm going to add a little couple of wings on the side. So I'm going to draw this shape here. I'm going to put that onto there and make it a bit thicker. So this is going to get the edges of my bat a different shape. So if the ball hits the bat here, it's going to go off at a different angle. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put that one on the other end. So I could do any sort of fancy shape I wanted on my bat. So you want, of course, these all need to be red. So I've got two different coloured bats, two matching blocks that go with them for the goals, a block here that's going to make the wolves on the side, and a ball that's going to be knocked around by the two bats.